How to Improve Absolutely Anything by Katie Labedz. Chapter 6, Seeing is Believing, Visual Management. Why does that utensil organizer drawer work for just about everyone on the planet? It works because it's easy to understand without words or instructions. In many organizers, the spot for the forks is easy to identify because of the saw marks at the top of the space in the tray. The area for the knives is easy to identify because it's a long, narrow space in which the forks and spoons wouldn't fit. The utensil drawer utilizes examples of visual management. We understand things when we can see them. All over the world, the universal sign for stop is a red sign with white letters. It's the same with a stoplight. Though the placement may be different, the red light always means stop. We can speak different languages and still understand the visual cues. Some airports use visual management. When you're driving up the ramp to park at an airport, some have signs that show you how many open spots are at that level. Other parking areas even have lights hanging directly above the parking spot, so you can easily see what's available, with a green light for vacant spots and a red light for occupied spots. You don't have to read a manual to understand that the blue bin with the recycle symbol on it is for recyclable material. You don't need written instructions to identify which bathroom to use, either the one with the symbol of a man or a woman. These are examples of visual management, the concept that employs the art of making things easy to read, recognize, and follow with a few written instructions. You probably already do this improvement strategy without even knowing it. Do you have a luggage tag on your suitcase or backpack? Is there something flashy on that black piece of luggage that makes it easier to find on the conveyor belt? I bet your vehicle has a sticker that shows where you bought it and about what your state license plate that you have customized with your favorite football team colors, which may be green and gold. That's visual management. My favorite way to apply this concept is with my calendar and email. I use Gmail, and all of my customer meetings on my calendar are in red because it helps me to quickly identify them in the sea of blue, which is the default calendar color. The emails from my customer contact list automatically appear with a star on them in the Gmail inbox. I always have my calendar set to the work week view, and I review it every Sunday evening and each morning during the week. By using the color coding technique, I can quickly see how I need to prepare for each week at a glance, and I save time and anxiety. Anytime I travel, I use a bright red letter-sized plastic envelope with a Velcro closure, an item available online or at any office supply store near you. I place all my travel documents in the red envelope before I set off in my adventure. This way, I can reach into the vast cavern of my backpack to quickly find it, not only because it's red, but also because the slippery plastic texture is different than anything else in my bag. I can literally reach into my bag and find it without looking. And this prevents me from fumbling around at the ticket gate trying to remember where I placed my boarding pass. Sure, most boarding passes can be delivered electronically, but what happens if you can't get reception inside the airport? What if your flight is delayed and your phone battery's died? Sometimes a hard copy is a good thing. When I travel, I put all of my receipts in the same red folder. At the end of the trip, I have everything to log my expenses when I get back home. This saves the process of searching through pockets and bags and purses and suitcases to find all my receipts. You can organize your closet with the concept of visual management. Like most of us, I have a designated area in my closet for pants, and I have three kinds of hanging pants: jeans, dress pants, and riding pants. That means my closet is a virtual sea of blue, black, and occasionally beige. I use visual management by regrouping my pants: jeans on the left, riding pants in the middle, and dress pants on the right. For an additional visual cue, I have tagged all the hangers for my riding pants with a large neon pink label on the hanger. That way I can quickly see the dividing line between the sections and I can easily grab what I need. I even use visual management on my horses. They each wear a dog tag and each saddle has a bright yellow luggage tag, just in case one of them decides that they might go on a field trip when I'm on a trail ride. They each get grain every day from a clearly labeled container in the aisle cabinet, and each horse's food container is stored in a specific shaped box, square or rectangle. Each container is labeled with the horse's name, and AM for breakfast and PM for dinner. In our refrigerator, we have a designated shelf for leftovers. The second shelf on the right is the leftover shelf, and I've even printed a label and placed it on that shelf. Each time we cook and have leftovers, we place the containers on the shelf. Now there's no question in regards to what's available to eat. How can you use visual management at work? Create signage that's easy to understand, like the popular symbol for mask required. Display some of your metrics on a TV with easy to understand visual indicators for good metrics, green, or bad metrics, red. Implement system notifications as soon as a user logs into the system. They'll get an indication of any required actions like completing that required annual training again. Create physical or electronic boards to indicate the status of team members' works or an order. You can apply visual management to virtual and video conferencing by adjusting your background. Do you want your audience to pay attention to you speaking on the screen, your presentation, or the messy room behind you? Convert your presentation slides to be more visually engaging rather than death by bullet points. Important side note, be aware of any limitations that your audience or team members may have with color coding. True story. My team at corporate America was entirely colorblind. All of them. We had a standing joke that you couldn't be on my team unless you couldn't see color. Most people are visual creatures by nature. Consider what visuals attract your attention. Why are you drawn to that image? Is it the color, the setting, the concept, or how it makes you feel? Apply those same concepts to how you work and live every day.